All right, today we're diving into something truly special, these incredible giant chess sets, all carved from Indonesian teak. And we're going to see how they're so much more than just a game. They're really these monumental works of art that can completely change the feel of a space.
So let me just start by asking a question. How do you take a totally normal space and turn it into an extraordinary experience? A place that people don't just see, but they actually feel. A place that gets people talking and sparks a little wonder. Well, the answer might be literally bigger than you think. And look, what we're talking about here is way more than just some garden furniture or a simple board game. A giant teak chess set, it's a statement piece. It's an immediate, undeniable centerpiece that just speaks of elegance, intellect, and pure artistry.
But the story of these amazing pieces doesn't even begin with a design sketch or on a craftsman's workbench. Nope. It starts deep in the forests of Southeast Asia. It starts with the wood itself. That's where the real magic comes from. So, let's meet the real hero of this story. Authentic Indonesian teak. And I'm telling you, this is not just any old wood. This is the very foundation, the soul, really, of the quality, the beauty, and the sheer longevity that makes these chess pieces, frankly, the finest in the world.
So for the science folks out there, its proper name is Tectona grandis. But what you really need to know about teak is that this tropical hardwood is famous for two main things. It's incredibly durable, and it's naturally resistant to water. That combination right there, that's what makes it one of the most valued woods on the entire planet.
Okay, so what makes it so special? This is the cool part. It's like nature just packed teak full of superpowers. It has this really high oil content, which acts like a built-in natural shield against weather, rot, and even bugs. Its high tensile strength just means it's unbelievably tough. And my favorite part? That gorgeous, tight grain. That's nature's fingerprint, guaranteeing that every single piece is a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. And if you need any more proof of how resilient this stuff is, get this. For over 2,000 years, this has been the go-to wood for building ships. Just think about that for a second. If this wood can be trusted to handle the relentless, brutal punishment of the open ocean, we're talking salt, sun, storms, the whole shebang, you can be absolutely sure it will stand magnificently in any garden or resort.
It's also so important to remember that teak is a natural, living material. It breathes, it moves. Over time, it might even form tiny little cracks. But these aren't flaws, not at all. That's just the wood telling its story. It adds character and makes each sculpture even more unique as it ages.
So we have this incredible raw material, but how does it become a finished product? Well, this is where we shift from the soul of the wood to the absolute skill of the human hand.
Every single one of these chess pieces is carved by hand by incredibly skilled artisans on the Indonesian island of Java. So when you combine their amazing craftsmanship with that unique, swirling grain of the teak, it means that no two kings or queens or pawns in the entire world are ever exactly alike.
And the difference is just profound, On one side, you have mass-produced sets. They're all identical, usually made of some cold, lifeless plastic. They're temporary. But a hand-carved teak set, it offers total uniqueness from warm, living wood. It's not just a product. It's a timeless sculpture.
Okay, now let's talk about one of the most dramatic things about these sets, their incredible scale. Because the vision here is as big and varied as the spaces they can live in.
And there really is a size for any ambition. You can go from a 20-centimeter set, which is just perfect for a stately office, to the super popular 60-centimeter garden set, that's our bestseller, all the way up to a true, breathtaking giant.
I mean, just take a second and really imagine this. A king piece that stands 180 centimeters tall. That's the height of a person. At that point, you're not just playing chess anymore. You are interacting with living sculptures. It is an absolutely unforgettable experience.
So yeah, it's pretty crucial to remember, these are not kids' toys. They're substantial, they're heavy, they're real works of wood. They are absolutely designed to be played with, but also to be admired and handled with the kind of care you'd give any piece of fine art.
So where do these masterpieces actually belong? How do they work as that ultimate centerpiece to create a really memorable environment?
Well, they are perfect for elevating just about any space. Imagine them in a beautifully landscaped garden or a public park. Think about the grounds of a five-star hotel or a luxury resort, or even a grand conference room, and of course the lawn of a magnificent private home. They just instantly become a focal point, something everyone talks about.
And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. The response we get from owners just speaks for itself.
This one from Ernie in the USA simply says, beautiful. And that's really it, isn't it? That's the reaction these pieces get. Just pure admiration for their beauty and craftsmanship.
Which, brings us to our final question. When a game is crafted with this much passion, from a material this legendary, and on a scale this grand, is it still just a game? Or does it become something more? I think maybe the answer is that it's both.